Mm.
Chowder. Roger that.
Eee.
The people who I get,
Baka.
they know. They know. India, let's go. I got a question for everybody in the family.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to know when we parent our kids when they're young, what's the difference versus guiding them when they become adults? Do we still worry about them when they're in that adult phase in life when they might want to ask a little questions
Mm,
about wisdom and life? So,
mm.
is there a difference? Do we always worry from when they're small to when they're adults?
Well, I think we always worry about our kids. But I think what we have to do is I always talk about the family. I always talk about the family. Lay
Hmm.
that foundation. Once you lay that foundation, you are preparing them to face reality and society and things that may come up throughout their life. But if we always coddle, if we always just, you know, make sure they're okay, make sure this is okay. If you give them that foundation, they know when to reach out. They know when to reach out and say, you know what? Uh, I need some help here, mom. I need some help, dad. I got this situation. They'll do that. I guarantee they will. They'll come back home and ask you those questions versus you, did you do this? Did you do that? Did you get a chance? Because I understand we don't want them to make the mistakes that we made, but however,
Yes.
that's what shaped and molded you. That shaped and molded you. You know that? That did happen. Since that did happen, you are at a point where you can kind of bestow some of those attributes, but you don't want to take over. When are you going to give them a chance to learn? If you're
Mm,
always giving,
it's true.
giving, giving, when will they learn? And God forbid something happened to you and you're not in the picture and they're left lost
Yeah.
because you used to do it all. You know how, like, when the kids are young, yes, you want to nurture them. You want to make sure that they,
Yes.
right from wrong, and you want to, put them in scenarios, teach them real life lessons. We do that. But once you did that, they're 20, 21. It's time for them to get out, do their own thing, And if they ask you things about their choices, giving your insight, but
Yeah.
they not learning if you're just telling them this is what you need to do, this is where you need
Yeah.
to be, this is where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like that right there will set the stage for your child to be successful as an adult. And you don't have to say my kids anymore. You can say my grown adult son, my
Hmm.
grown adult daughter. You know what I'm saying? Instead of treating them like kids. You got any kids? I got grown adults. How about that? You know what I mean?
Hey, I
But
got you on
but
that.
some
I
people
got
don't want some people don't want to take that. They don't want to take that. They want to take that. They want to keep them as kids because you're
you.
so
Right.
used to bailing them out, fixing things, swooping in. I need this. I need that. Can you put some in my account? Whatever.
Hey, Cash App is real.
it
Zelle is real.
happens. It happens. But who is selling you? Who is cash apping
Mm,
you as an adult? I'll tell you this. When I became an adult, I
mhm.
never looked back for my parents for support when it comes to finance. What I did was maybe I put myself in a situation. How would I get myself out of the situation? So let me just go through the motions and see what I can do to fix this. Some people say I don't even want to go through the motions. Mom, dad, fix it. Either hand you some money, get you out of that hole, or giving them advice on what you need to do next with your next check. But it shaped and molded me now. So I know my left and right limits. I do. That's me taking ownership
Yeah.
and taking over my life and my finance and things of that nature. So as an adult, I can guarantee my parents had no problem when I was 18 for me leaving. We joined the military, but
Yeah.
leaving and going off doing your own thing. Never had to call them and say, I'm a little, short on funds over here, even though I got a full-time job, got a place to stay, but I need funds. No. They had laid their foundation. Once they laid their foundation, I was good.
Hey,
If
I
anything,
appreciate
they would
that.
ask me what they needed. But go ahead.
Oh yeah. See, I like that. I like how you brought it down. Oh, the
Hmm.
personal story, testimony. Shout
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I would say, in the aspect of when we have the kids, and I don't say my grown adult sons, I still say my kids. I'm one of those
Hmm.
types. But
Yeah. Yeah.
you do have to realize what you said, Kane. You do have to
Hmm.
realize they are adults. We
Yes.
can't do everything. If they just running back to us for everything,
Yeah.
man, hey, son, you ought to already know this. I did show
Yeah.
you this. If they calling
Yeah.
for advice, and I can tell you this, family, it is a beautiful thing though when your kids or your young adults, they call and say, hey, I was thinking about doing this right here. I'm just running some things by you. Say it
Hmm.
sound like you got it. That sound good. I didn't even think of that. That sound good. Hey, I
Yeah.
appreciate you even talking it out with me, even letting me know what's going on with you. Because you
Yes.
appreciate those things. Because as we leave the nest, as they say,
Hmm.
hey, sometimes life be lifing, meaning that
Hmm.
the kids not, they doing their own thing. They'll talk to you from time to time, maybe quarterly, every 3 months or something like that,
Hmm.
So it
Hmm.
is, it's great as a parent when your kids value your opinion and still want to talk to you. Now, I remember when I had a problem when I would call my sons from time to time.
Hmm.
Hey, what's going on with you? How your health? How your finances? What's going on with your car? Your vehicle? Everything good? You got your
Hmm.
oil change? Doing all of those things. No, they've been doing their
Yeah.
things. You don't need to do
Yeah.
that. That's maybe over parenting, as you would
Yeah.
say. They're
Yeah.
not kids anymore.
No.
And I had to, just talk with people. Hey, man, hey, it's okay
Yeah.
for them. I remember I was in church one day, and Kane, you done hit on this before,
Hmm.
and the pastor was saying, "Hey, you got to allow your kids to make mistakes, to
Yeah.
fall sometimes.
Yeah.
It might be a little painful for you to see, but hey, was somebody there? Could you call somebody like your kids now call you for each and everything? Could you do that?
Hmm.
Did you do that? Was your parents like that? Nope. So
No.
that's some good advice because you can't be there every time for, hey,
Exactly.
they missed this one little bill right there. It's not like when they're a kid, they scrape their they knee, and you run to
Hmm.
them and you want the band-aid. Hey, you okay? And you coddle them and all of that.
Hmm.
No, they do have to learn, as adults and everything. And I think I
Yep.
remember you had mentioned, your parents might call you for something in their need. I remember when I was in the Navy, a young sailor, and
Hmm.
I was like, I called my dad and I said, hey, Dad, man, I need $100. This is back in the day, I don't know, 93 or something like that. He said, son, I can't, I don't have it for you. I
Mm.
don't know if that was a learning lesson now that I'm thinking about it. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't have it for you. And man, I was really upset with my
Really.
father at the time. I
Really.
was, because I never asked him for anything.
Hmm.
I was upset,
So you
seriously
you felt
upset.
that he owe you at least that hundred
I
dollars because I
never,
never
yes,
asked for
never,
anything.
ever.
Yeah,
And
but see, that
so
was a
I
life
made it through.
lesson.
But that situation, I finished this. That
Go ahead.
situation at the point of time that I needed it, it wasn't really the world wasn't about to end. And I was
Hmm.
making it sound like that. And I
Yeah.
made it through. And I've never asked them for anything else, as far as finance or anything else like that. But now,
Hmm.
to come to think about it, that could have been a learning
Of
lesson
course.
right
Of
there.
course.
That's all it was. Because I
Yeah.
made it through the little
Yeah.
thing that was going on. It wasn't even
Yeah.
really anything, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But that
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
disappointing. Sometimes we have to learn, and learning sometimes can hurt. But that was the right thing. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I agree. I totally agree. That was a learning experience that you needed to go through, and you would have
Mhm.
never went through it if he would have gave you $100.
Yes,
Because then another time that would have came up, what you would have did, ask for another hundred
maybe
dollars.
asked again.
Yeah, you see
Maybe.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Because you was like, okay, Dad bailed me out. He'll probably bail me out again. And that's how it is
Mhm.
with any type of people lending money or whatever. You're like, okay, I've done it before. They didn't say no to that time. So now that you learn, like, don't depend on anyone, not even mom and dad for this money, you be
Mhm.
able to make sure it happens. Because
Oh yeah.
whatever it is, you would come through or out on the other side. I guarantee it.
Yes.
I don't care if the lights was about to get turned off. You still would have had them turned off, figured out a way to get some more money and get them turned back on. It's not the end of
Yes.
the world. It's not the end of the world. But everybody think it's the end of the world. Oh, I don't know where my next check is going to be. But then you get out there, you hustle, you figure out where you need to get your money from or whatever, and then you make it happen.
Oh, most definitely. And Kane,
You
I
know?
always said, and I believe this: people, we all will. The things that we want, we will find a way to get them, even
Yep.
if it's to the detriment. And you don't let a bill pass by. If you want to go on
Mm-hmm.
that trip with the guys or with the girls, women are really good about this because they plan things out. That cruise is
Mm-hmm.
coming in 2026. They done started saving their money mid 2025
Mm-hmm.
and paying on it.
Mm-hmm.
Even though some bills might need to be paid and things that we want, we will find a way to get it.
Yep.
Everyone,
Yeah.
regardless of race, it doesn't matter. We find a way to get the things that we really, really want or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So, translation, sometimes we have to step back when they
Yeah.
become adults. If you done
Yeah.
done what you're supposed to do, you know, and you will find great joy in just having your kids, your adult kids, call you and just say, hey, I'm just talking to you and I got a question. Hey, I'm thinking about this. Or,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I'm thinking about, go to our last episode. I'm thinking about asking my girl to marry. Should I go to her parents? You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
did you do? You know, all those good things, you
Yeah.
know, those just
Yeah.
great conversations because you see the
Mhm.
growth in your child. That's
Yeah.
all. That's
And,
it.
and I totally agree with you, bro. I think that if you do step in, and you guys in the comments, let us know what y'all think. But I think if you always stepping in to be that safety net, I think it stunts your growth. I think it stunts the growth of your child, and they're gonna always be looking for that safety net. I think that
Mhm.
if we sit back and give them the foundation, and if they come and ask for information, we give it to them because we don't hoard it, and then they deal with the situations as they come. We did it. We
Yes.
came out all right, so I think
Yes.
that they can too, for sure. Anything else, bro?
No, that's it. That's it.
Okay,
Shout
all
out
right.
to India. Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Chandar.
Paka. Yeah, hey, look,
Yeah.
yeah. Y'all know what it is. Put it in the comments if you know exactly what we're saying. For sure, for sure. And that's the uncomfortable truth. Baby.
Chandar. Let's go.
Baka. Below, right below me, hey, we have a playlist of similar interests and social issues and things that you are interested into. Click on it.
And congregation, just where I'm pointing. This is what YouTube recommends for you to watch because of the content that you've seen of us. Click it,
For sure.
watch
Do it for us.
and
Below.
share it.